Take your static logo from this to this with free software. I was watching a YouTube channel, the Ecamm channel, which is a software that I love and I use and I'm doing demos for, and I got enamored with a logo that was up in the corner that somebody had made for them, and it's got rotating letters around the logo, and I just got kind of taken with it, and I'm thinking, how can I do that? How can I make that? Can I make that? How easy is it? And how much would it cost me? Funny thing, you should ask that. I played around and came up with this. It's kind of the same thing. And I want to tell you, it's easier than you think. This is my logo, EOI, Easy Online Impact, and it's easier than you think. And we're going to take that off, and I'm going to show you how this is going to work. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. I did it in Canva. You can get a free version of Canva. And then I took it over into Keynote. And of course, you can do that. Keynote is free on a Mac. And if you're using Ecamm software, you're on a Mac. So you've got Keynote and it's free. I turned this. Well, actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to try and repeat this right here. So what I did was, so I have the words and I have the logo. If you'll notice, my lettering drops down below. It's not centered up with the circle. Although this is all saved as a group, I'm going to ungroup it. All right. And there's a reason for that. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to take, instead of making the circle, I'm just going to copy the circle and go into the blank here. Lovely orange background, don't you think? Drop the circle in. I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to take my words. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to take the two of them now and make sure they're centered up. So center, middle. They're centered up between the two of them. And that's important because when you want this going around, you don't want it to seem like it's going off to one side, which if you're OCD, it might bother you a little bit. It's as close as it's going to get. This is just some text. And what I did with that was I went into spacing and I spaced it out so it came around most of a complete circle, but has just enough space in there so that you know when to start and when to stop. That's what I did for that. And then under effects, I went down to curve, and there's where you got the curve. And you see, I messed the curve. Now I got to do it again, which is, what I'm doing anyway. So I want to wrap that around like that. Leave it there. And now it wouldn't hurt because I messed it up. It wouldn't hurt that I get it back in the middle again. Now that I've got that, because my logo is a circle, and I know it's going to be, I'm going to come over there. I'm going to hold Shift down and grab that and that and that. I grabbed the three letters and the little squiggly at the bottom. I will come down. I will drop them in there. And it's pretty much in the same spot. So there it is. There's what I want. However, you don't want to just export this as one page. You want the wording on the outside, the circle wording on the outside, to be different from the logo. We're going to take this, copy it again. The first one, we're going to call it EOI words. And then we're going to take out, now I wonder, so my guess is that the lettering is on top of the circle, so I can't get to the circle. So I'm just going to have to click that and put it in position and drop the lettering to the back so that I can actually grab the circle and get rid of it. So there's the EOI words. And this is going to be the EOI logo. And all we want to do there is get rid of the words. Now we got these two, this one and this one. We're going to put them back together again in a few minutes. So this is page 4, page 5. We're going to go in, exit, and it was page 4. We got to get rid of all those. We don't want to save them all. We want to just click page 4, page 5. If I move this, you'll see where those two are connected. Put myself back. And then I'm not saving it as an MP4. I've got some animation in there somewhere because I played with it for several pages. So I'm changing that to PNG, and be sure and check transparent background. Kind of important. Download. And please know where you put the download. I am terrible for trying to find stuff. Where did I put it? Where did I save it? Where did I download? I don't know if that's you, but that's me. That is what I did in Canva and did the download once I had the logo set. So I'm going to drop that down, and now we're in Keynote. Now this is a Keynote, I made it a 500 by 500. And the way you make it, it comes in with the standard 16:9. I came in and changed the 16:9. You go over to the document and you go to custom, and then you make a custom size. And I made the custom size 500 by 500 so that I'd have a square. That's how I did that. Then I came over here, and my guess is it's in downloads. And look at that, it's a zip file because I did 2 pages. So now I got the logo. Drop that in, centers it right up, because when I was in Canva, the palette there, the size that I was working with was 500 by 500. So I've got that in there, and then on top of it, I'm going to drop in the words. Funny thing, they line right up. So the words are on top, and it's the words that I want to make sure rotate. We do that by going into animate and not build in and not build out. We want to just have an action. Now I'm kind of in the way, so I'll shift over here to the side. Hope you guys don't mind. So I'm going to add an action. I'm going to add rotate. There it goes. But it's only going 45 degrees, and it's only doing 1 rotation. Well, I want it to do, these are seconds. Duration is in seconds. So I want to go for 60 seconds. I want 4 durations, but I want the rotation to be 359. It won't take 360. It only goes up to 359 because then it starts back at 0. That's what we're looking at. And we want to get rid of the easy in and the easy out. So we do that with none. Click down here on build order, pull that up a little bit, change from on click, do it after transition. Now you've got this. Rotating words around your logo. Isn't that amazing? Figured out how to do this. And as you can see, I already made one to try it out. I have that after transition. Anyway, I've got that. It's easier than you think. I'm going to go back over here to the other side. Drop myself back in over here. So now we need to export it. We want to go into File, Export to Movie. We want to kill this. We want it as self-playing. We want to take that and put it at 0. You can't just delete it out. You have to put 0. I have this set at 1024 by 1024. I have it 60 frames per second. It's very important that you pick the Apple ProRes 4444 and click the export with transparent background. So everything you saw that was in black, okay, the background, that's gone. That's transparent. By the way, just in case, let's just go to that and go to format. And you do that by, oh, we've got a background. It's a good thing I checked this. You want your current background to be no fill. Man, I'm glad I looked at that, or I'd be doing this twice. Okay, now let's save it. File, actually run export as a movie. Got to do this all over again. 0, 0. That's been set. 1024, 24, 60. Apple ProRes 4444. Export with transparent backgrounds. Self-playing. Good to go. Good to go. So save. Where are we going to save it to? Let's do this again. Export. Movie. And I noticed I have it in there twice. So let's just cancel that out. And let's just get rid of the first one altogether. Let's get rid of that. We'll cut that. So we just have the one. We just got the one thing that we're dealing with here, which makes a lot of sense. So I'm glad I caught that. Export. Movie. 0, 0. 1024, 1024. It's a square. 60 frames per second. Apple ProRes 4444, which is very important because you want to be able to export it. Be sure this is checked with a transparent background. Save. Let's save it to the desktop. Maybe I can find it if I just put it on the desktop, and we'll call it logo rotation 2024. Export it. We'll let it do its export thing. Whew. Maybe we got it this time. So I'm going to click on the edge there. I'm going to pop this up. I'm going to go to desktop logo rotation 2024. And so I've got to click there. I'm going to go back to just this. And all I'm going to do is just drag that logo rotation 2024. I'm just going to drag that in. And there it is in all of its glory, moving around. Now, one thing you're going to have to do, it's going to run for a whole minute. But if you just want it sitting up in the corner, rotating around, there it is. And it is, if you'll notice, the very same as that, which is duplicating there, which is duplicating that. This is that's rotating a different way. Mine's rotating counterclockwise, which is an option you can do in Keynote when you click the rotation. So there it is, the rotating logo, the continuous, ever evolving, never stopping rotating logo. There was actually a conversation when I watched that YouTube video. How did they do that? Who did that? And I said, well, this person did it. I think it was Paul Dixon who made it. And the more I thought about it, I kept thinking, I can do that. I can do that. And apparently I could. There is a rotating wording around a logo, easy online impact. Hope you were able to glean a little bit from that, because I'm using two different pieces of software that are free. And actually you can get a free version, or at least a trial version of Ecamm Live. So it's kind of a win-win-win. Take that, give it a try yourself. Have any questions, just drop it in the comments, and I appreciate it very much.